Hey guys, welcome back to Balls Fan TV, and today we're doing the match preview for our game against St. Pat's tomorrow evening at Richmond Park. Yeah, look, obviously it's a huge game, big game in the title race. We're still right in the mix as well as Pats after that win against Drogheda last week. Not the most convincing game by any stretch. We weren't great throughout the game. We felt, but look, we got another big 3 points, and that's all that matters really in this stage of the season. Obviously, we're in August now. We're getting towards the end. I think there's about maybe 10 games, 9 games left. About that. So it's obviously it's a crucial stage of the season, and all that matters now is picking up points in our sort of search for, you could say the title, but now it's probably the sole focus is on Europe as well as maybe even pushing for a title if these next 3 games go the way we want them to. But look, we'll just focus on it one game at a time, really. And look, tomorrow it's a tough game. Pats are a good side. They've really turned the season round under John Daly. We played them, but earlier on in the season at Richmond Park, maybe back, I think it was back in March. We won the game 2-0. Look, it was a very different Pats side back then. They've changed the manager now. They've got better players in the door. Players have started to come into it a little bit more as well. The likes of Mulroney and Forrester, who are very, very good players, let's be honest. But yeah, look, for us, I think we just need to see a bit more of them, in terms of performances. I think that's the main thing. Look, we're getting the results. We're on good form at the moment. I think we've won that 4 of our last 5. I think I was looking before the video. You know, obviously, 2 good wins against Drogheda and UCD in the league in the last 2 games. Win against Shells in the cup. There is a good confidence around the place at the moment. It's just if we can, it's just about if we can improve those performance levels. Especially against a team like Pats, who are a good side. It's at Richmond Park. It's going to be tough. But look, it's up to the players now to show us, how much they want to be in a title race, how much they want to get us into Europe again. I've said this before in loads of games, against likes of Rovers and Shells, the big derby games. How much do we want it? We need to want it more than the other team. And look, I think that's probably been a bit of an issue this season. In the derby games, we haven't maybe performed as well as we would have hoped, and we haven't really got the results either. I think we obviously we I don't want to touch on other games, but look, we haven't beat Rovers this season. I don't think we've beaten Shells in the league this season either. I know we beat them in the cup, but I think it was a draw in Daily Mount. It was also, I think we got beat there uh, in Tolga as well earlier on in the season, and obviously against Pats. Uh, it's been a win in Richmond and then a loss in Daily Mount as well. That 3-2 loss. I think both of those games came under Tim Clancy, who's obviously since left Pats, and now they have John Daly, and they've improved. But look, it's just on us now to go there and try and be a bit more aggressive, try and get on the front foot in these sort of games, because I think that's been a bit of an issue as well. If we let Pats control the game, we could be in trouble. We could get punished. Um, but yeah, look, more on the team now. Really, I don't know what I don't know what it's going to be. Really, I was surprised about the team against Drogheda. There was a lot of changes that I didn't expect. I didn't expect to see Twardek there. But, I'll go through it now anyway. I think it'll be Talbot and goal. Bart right back, who I thought played quite well. Probably should have had a goal. I don't know why that was ruled out. I think maybe because Afolabi maybe failed one of their defenders in the build up to that when they went in the corner. Um, 2 centre halves, I think it'll be Novak and Casper. I know Novak was taken off at half time in the draw of the game. Um, for what I don't know, but from what I've seen anyway, he'll be okay. I don't think anything too serious about him. Left back, I'm gonna go with Paddy Kirk. I don't know. I think we just need a bit more defensive stability at the back. I know Paddy Kirk has been caught out a few times at left back this season, but we don't know. I just think we might need to rejig the defence a little bit, because it wasn't the best against Drogheda. We did concede 2 sloppy goals, let's be honest. So yeah, I think we should put Paddy Kirk back in at left back. Midfield, I think it'd be McManus and Bucko. with Clark just pushing a bit further forward. I think that midfield works fine for now. You know, McMahon has been playing really, really well lately. Bucko, you know, you can always rely on him to be solid. Clark's been playing very, very well as well. You know, a good goal there on Friday against Drogheda. You know, he's playing very well. Um, then the front three, I think on the right will be Conley. I know he was taken over half time, but I think Devine said after the game that was just because he was on a yellow card and he didn't want to risk anything. I think that's probably a sensible decision. So yeah, I'd put him in for this game. I think he's been playing really well as well as Clark and a few others. Um, on the left, I'm going to go with Twardek. I think his performance surprised me against Drogheda. Obviously, like I said, I was surprised to see him in the team, but obviously he should have had a goal. Let's be honest. I don't know why that was ruled out. But yeah, I thought he put in a good performance, and I think he deserves to keep his place. Up front, obviously Afalabi. I mean, he's just on unbelievable form at the minute. What's it, 9 goals in 7 games? Um, yeah, I think he's flying at the moment. He's full of confidence, and yeah, look, long may that continue. Um, look, these games are always so tight, especially at Richmond Park. It's going to be tough. Pats will be up for it. We should be up for it. I hope. You know, what more motivation do you need in these sort of games? You know, it's a potential not title decider. Obviously, 'cause it's not just a two-horse race. There's other teams involved, but you know, it is a big game in our season. It could potentially define our season. You know, if we lose this game, then the hopes of maybe challenging for a title become slimmer and slimmer. Um, so yeah, look, it's up to the players now to go out there and then put in a performance and put in a tough performance as well. You know that's important as well. You know, to put in a good performance, not just that, but to also be tough in the game, be physical, get stuck in, don't shy away from any tackles. It is a derby game at the end of the day. We need to see a bit more aggression from the team. We need to be on it defensively as well because if we concede that was anything, if the defense is on it like they were against Drogheda, then we probably will end up losing the game. Let's be honest, because Pats have got much more attacking quality than Drogheda have. You know, the likes of Mulroney and Forrester and even Cardi as well he's a decent player. So yeah, score prediction. I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw. I think it'll be tight. Obviously, I hope for a better game for the neutrals. Obviously, watching on RTE, try and sell the league a bit better. But I can see it being one of those games where it's quite scrappy, it's quite tight. Not a lot in it really. Obviously, we're away from home. We'll be up against it in a packed out Richmond. But look, like we said, it's up to the players now to put in a performance that shows us that they care and that they want to be in this title race and that they want to be considered one of the best. And yeah, look, I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw. I think it'll be tight. It'll be a tough game. But look, if we can get 3 points, that'd be absolutely huge. Look, there's plenty of quality in this team to do so. Even in the attacking areas, there's players that can come off the bench and change the game, like they have done in recent weeks. If Twardex or Conley start burning out a little bit, we can bring on Ali Q, we can bring on Danny Grant, we can bring on O'Sullivan or McDade. I think Dane Williams, from what I've heard, isn't too far away from returning from injury. So look, we'll have the options there in the run in towards the end of the season to try and really put it up to teams like Derry and Pats and Rovers. So look, I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw, but look, hopefully we can get the 3 points because it would just be massive in our run in from now until the end of the season. So yeah, that's going to end the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below. I think heading into this game, your score predictions. What kind of team would you like to see? What kind of players do you think should play? Do you think any players need to be dropped? And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.